signing in, everybody. Alright, just wanted to do a little video for you guys on my throw knives. So I got these about a week ago from Smokey, the knife cave, and they were about $6 for 3. I have 2 right here. I lost the other one under my Porsche. I can't get it, so I have 2 now. They're 6 inches, 6.5, and they're pretty heavy. I've been throwing them. I'm learning how to throw, so I've been hitting the cement a lot with the tips, and so far the tips are holding up very well. As you can see, they're still pointy, and they're black water, about $6 for 3. They're very well weighted, and the knife is a little bit heavier than the handle. Well, they're about the same, but it's a little bit heavier. And the way you know they're possibly good throwing knives, one of the ways is that throwing knives are not supposed to be sharp. And when I first got these they had an edge, but nowhere near sharp. They had about like 120 degree edge angle on them, and yeah, so far they're turning out really well. And I made this target today about an hour ago. This is about how many times I've thrown it so far. Not too many, about maybe 100 times. So I'm still learning. I'm trying to get down the nose spin right now. From close range, I'm still doing about 6 feet to get used to not throwing it sideways or anything. Not throwing it like so. I want it to land like that, like sideways. I want it to land straight up and down. And so far I've learned quite a bit from other people. So let me tell you something I learned. Alright, so first thing I learned is how the knife lands and what it means. So if it lands like that, it means you're too far. If it lands like that, you're perfect, or like that. If it lands like that, or like that, then you're way too close, especially if it's like that. So, too far, good, too close. And my knives have been landing a little bit curved like that, because of the follow through, I guess. And they've been landing like that, or like that. Especially when I've been trying this way, to throw it like that. You know, it's been landing like that, very sideways. So I'm trying to learn how to fix that. I'm up to about 8 feet right now. I've gotten them much farther, but I want to learn good. So I got my little setup right here, wood. That'll last me a while because it's plywood. So after I'm done with the first layer, I can just turn it 90 degrees, and you hit the back panel. And then I got some cardboard boxes here so my knife doesn't fall over there. And one thing I really wanted to show you guys is that you don't need to go out and buy expensive throwing knives all the time. I learned this from TATGET, a YouTuber. She threw butter knives. So I thought I'd give it a try. I asked my mom if I can have one from the kitchen, and what I did, she said they don't really have to be sharp, but I found that mine were like the edge was a lot wider than a normal butter knife. So what I decided to do is I sat down on a bucket, and since I didn't want to pull out like a sharpening stone or anything, I just rubbed it back and forth and grinded it down on the cement. So I gave it a bit of a tip. So you can see that. So that's a good tip right there, I think. And so far, I think it's the best one. Best throwing knife. The only thing I don't really like is that it's a little bit heavier in the back. Here, not too heavier, but about. See the balance point. Let's find it. It's right there. so it's a little bit heavier. Throw it like that. You know, see if I can throw it with the camera on. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna put this cardboard up so it doesn't ricochet. If it does, so hopefully it doesn't. Alright, so let's see. Alright, pretty good. Alright. Nope, it's really in there. Now let me show you the smaller ones. Show you how those. These are, I'm not sure if they go all the way through the cardboard. Whoops. Throw that one again. So as you can see, this one I was a little bit too far, too close. I was kind of stepping around, and that one perfect dead on. Alright, so they did make it to the cardboard. I mean through the cardboard and into the wood. This one was not bad. This one's pretty good. Actually, this one's really good. Okay, and that one. Can you tell how deep that is? This one's in pretty tight. Try and take it up. So that one went in great. This one not so far in. But yeah, this one another thing I want to show you guys is that smaller throwing knives, they ricochet so much. I mean, I get it where it hits and then it bounces, like it hits wrong and it bounces back at me, and it like bounces back point first for some reason. So it's kind of scary if you don't want to hurt yourself. So this one doesn't bounce back as much, a lot less. It's a lot bigger. It's about 9 inches. TATGET. It's a some chick on YouTube. It's spelled with X-O-Let, like Arlet, but with an X, and she's pretty good. What I'm starting to notice is that bigger knives are easier and more accurate, and they don't ricochet as much. Alright, so I wanted to give you guys a few tips if you're going to buy some throwing knives. You want to buy you don't want to buy soft steel, and you want to buy about maybe 1035 steel, something like that. You want to buy really hard steel, but not too hard, because they might because the harder the steel, the more brittle. But you definitely don't want to buy soft steel, because the tips are going to bend like a hook. They're going to turn into hooks if they hit the cement, and that's what happens if you sometimes buy them at the flea market. Sometimes they're not half bad, sometimes they're really bad, but most of the time they'll be okay, but eventually they'll bend, and the steel will get really soft, and you'll have to regrind them down if you want. But I guess if you're learning, it's not bad. I think if you're learning, you should throw it cardboard first. I'm seeing it's a lot more safe and a lot easier. Alright, so I'm really close to it right now, so that's what I see. Landed like that, too close. Let's see if I can stand back a little bit more. Too far, see? Because I'm holding from the handle. See if we can go back a little bit farther. I'm not sure yet. Nope. Still learning. So I'm not going to get down every time. This one, let's get one more shot. Alright, so this is how I don't want them to land sideways. This one just fell. It landed like that. Yeah, but I think this one's the best. So if you got a butter knife, you can start off with that. Ninja stars are pretty much for amateurs, I'd say. Not amateurs, but like for they're not hard to throw at all. I mean, I've made my own ninja star out of utility blades, where you just put 3 and you form like a triangle star, and then you can solder them or tape them or glue them together, and they're pretty good throwing stars. But in general, the more like a 5-star is easier to throw than a 3-star. The more spikes it has, the easier, the more chances you'll get of it hitting on a spike, not flat out or like 2 at the same time. So throwing stars are really easier to throw, and they're not that cool. Well, not very impressive if you land them or you stick them. But knives are a lot cooler, I'd say. And why not? So today is, what is it? About almost the end of June. It's about June 28th. I'm not sure. I've been at home. I've not been going out lately. Sad. Yeah, I'm not supposed to be going out because of the cast. They don't want me to get it dirty. But yeah, I'm outside right now. So hopefully soon I can get it taken off somehow. Maybe get it wet in the shower so I can take it off. So I have an excuse to take it off, because I really don't think I need it anymore. It's really loose and uncomfortable. Like, it's uncomfortable right down the bone. And the thumb is what it's covering, which is really loose. And yeah, I cut my tendon, if you guys wanted to know. When I vlogged about that. But North Call Productions asked me to. He suggested I vlog about it. Basically, I just got a really big cut on my hand, and like right here on my thumb. Here, I'll show you. Right here. So I cut into it, and I'm pretty deep, and I was bleeding a lot. So what I did, I just went to the bathroom and I patched it up like I would any other cut. I thought it was pretty big, but I didn't think it was anything too serious. So I just I put a gauze on and put 2 band-aids on, nice and big. But later on in the day, like 4 hours later, I went to go grab the door handle, and I went like that, and by doing this I tore more of the tendon, and so we went to the hospital and I had it looked at. They gave me an appointment for last Monday, and I went to go, they stitched it up, and then they gave me an appointment to go back the next Monday, next week of that week, to get it get surgery on it. So what they did is I don't know what they did exactly. It's called plastic surgery, but I think they just stitch up the tendon, and they had to cut a little bit more and take off the stitches and cut. It was already healed because it was 5 days after it was already, the stitchings had already closed from the previous time, and they had to open that up, cut it back open, and then they had to cut a little bit more and stitch it back up after they were done with the surgery. Wasn't too bad. It was about an hour, and they didn't numb it this time, because the first time I went to go get it looked at, they numbed it up so they did a local numb so they can stitch it so I wouldn't feel pain. By the time they got to me 2 hours later, because they were pretty busy that night, supposedly busy, by the time they got to me, I wasn't numb no more, and I just wanted to leave the house. I was afraid I'd be there for 2 more hours. I was there a total of 6 hours after 12 in the morning, so I just really wanted to leave. So I told them, no, I don't want it numbed again. I just stitch me up, and then so I can go. Because my dad had work the next day too, and he was tired. It was 6 in the morning, and we were leaving the hospital. And he goes to work at 5 in the morning, so pretty bad. Yeah, so that's why I got the cast right now, because I have it about like that, so it's not like that, but it feels like kind of like that maybe. I can move it this how much I can move it inside the cast now. And I feel everything's good. It's just I get like it hurts every once in a while. Like right here, it hurts. I guess it's because my hand is like that. But that's about it. And the stitchings are pretty big. The first time, I got eight stitches, and I think this time I got about 12. So yeah, they said about a month for me to be able to take off the second cast. This is the first one. They said 10 days. It's been 7 days. 3 more to go. Thursday I get it off and get a new one. Hopefully I get a smaller one, much with straps I can take it off. Because I hate them so much. I mean, sometimes you get itchy and you can't scratch it, or it's just really uncomfortable and I can't hardly use my fingers. Look. Look how big it is. It's over exaggerated. And then the metal that's supposedly supposed to hold my thumb in place doesn't even help. It's all loose and it doesn't help at all. Yeah, so I should probably use the proper tools next time when I'm cutting plastic. And yep, that's about a vlog for today. Oh yeah, I thought I've been noticing a lot of people have just discovered the Angry Grandpa show, and a lot of people are wondering if it's fake or real, because a lot of people think it's fake because it seems kind of set up. But here's so a lot of people found it through Ray William Johnson's Thursday show last week on yeah, he did the one where he freaks out because the grandpa freaks out because his son steals his like cinnamon swirls or something like that. So he hides them and throws a fit. He's like throwing the table and chairs around and everything. But what I figured out is that the show is semi fake because here it is. The grandpa actually does have a temper, and the son always records it. But the thing is, like, the son and the grandpa kind of put themselves in a situation where the grandpa would get mad, and then the grandpa would just like naturally throw a fit. But some of them are pretty funny. Like there's one where the son goes into his room when he's sleeping, and he gets like this glue, and he glues pictures of cats on his beard and on his head, and he puts gum in his hair and his beard at night, and then when he wakes up he throws a fit, and his wife has to shave his head. So he shaves his head and beard off, and he looks funny. So yeah, but he's a crazy old man. Yeah, that show's pretty funny. I suggest you guys check out XOLETTE. That's XOLETTE on YouTube. She's pretty good, and you might learn a thing or two from her videos. And what I suggest, if you are going to order knives online, order from 10 inches up in length, and unless you want to throw like small like cardboard, but if you want to throw out wood from a little bit farther, maybe 12 feet minimum, then you want a lot bigger knives. I'm just saving up to it so I can get a couple. I'm gonna get a pair, 3 kunai knives, and I'm gonna get 1 cold steel sure something. It's like a really big 13-inch one, and then I'm gonna get some spikes, some like what are they called? Bow shuriken, and what else? I'm gonna get some like World War II German folding knife, which is kind of cool because it like the sides fold down like that, so the blade goes into the handle. It's pretty cool. So yeah, So hope I didn't waste your time too much watching this video. Hope you learned a thing or two. And here's one more knife throw. Hope I get it. Come on. Perfect. I'll see you guys later.